Hello everyone, this is Kelly and welcome back to the Honeybee Stamps YouTube channel and day one of our Simply Spring release. Starting out today, I want to share our Simply Spring freebie, and it is a stamp and a die. So you'll receive this friend stamp set that has mix and match greetings plus a die that cuts out the word friend. And these are free with purchases of $100 or more while supplies last. As you can see, you can say hello friend, sending hugs, hi, love you, thank you, and you make me smile. Now let's jump into our brand new paper pads. So we have patterned paper that is called Simply Spring, and then we have a new collection of papers called Pinstripes and Polka Dots, and it's the spring edition. So let's first jump into our Simply Spring paper pad. Lots of beautiful springy florals, as you can see here with the purples and the pinks and greens. And what I love about this paper pad size is you can cut either two A2 size cards or one large 5x7 size card. So we have lots of beautiful spring colors. We even have the little brush stroke looking paper there, lots of beautiful florals and watercolor paper. And then we go into some little tiny florals, more that looks like it is inky or sprayed or watercolored. And then we go into pinks and some melon color. That to the left is a linen color paper that has a great texture to it. There are some cute little carrots and some colors that are going to be great on all of your springtime cards. There's green with leaves, lots of beautiful leaves, great for backgrounds. Some little tiny geometrics that are tone on tone, just great basics. Some blue florals and blue like wavy lines. I love this blue floral here with the light green leaves. And then that is the end of our Simply Spring paper pad. I am in love with this color palette. Next, let's take a look at the pinstripes and polka dots paper. So on one side, you're going to have the pinstripes. And then on the other, you're going to have the polka dots. They're all tone on tone, as you can see here. So we're going from a dark kind of rosy pink into more of a true pink color, and then into a linen or an off-white. And then we go into like a pale yellow, and then more of a creamy color melon, and then more into oranges. And then again, this paper pad is so great, the size, because you can get two 4¼ by 5½ inch cards or one large 5x7. We have some beautiful springy greens into blues. I love the pale blues, especially for the skies on cards. We have some darker blues. And then we leave the darker blues and go into pale purple or kind of a lavender color. Perfect for Easter and spring. And then that is the end of our pinstripes and polka dots paper pad. Look at those gorgeous spring colors. We also have a wax melt set that is going to perfectly match both of these paper pads. So you can see the greens and pinks and oranges and blue. And there's even like that off-white linen color. Some of these have a little bit of an opalescence or a metallic to them. And then others are more matte. Let's get all those put back in there so I don't lose any of those little wax melts. And then we also have some new wax stampers. We have the cute little bunny. Isn't he adorable? And then we also have a cherry blossom. And then last but not least, we have a cute little bird resting on a branch. So cute. And then next up, we have some fabulous kind of interactive looking dies. This is a 3D egg crate. So cute. And what I love about this is you can totally make this geared toward more Easter and color in your Easter eggs with the coordinating stencil there to the left. Or you can make these like chicken eggs that are blue or brown or white, maybe with some speckles. And I'm going to pull this stencil out of the container here so we can look at it. But see all of the fun designs that you can stencil onto your little eggs. There's polka dots and swirls and stripes. So all different types of things that you can put onto your little eggs. And then you build the little crate, and then you can add that to the card. You can make an interactive card. There is a layering guide, which is so helpful. And then here is a super cute inspiration card by a design team member, Becky. Look how cute that is, mixed with a little chocolate bunny. Now this is the extra special stamp and coordinating die set, and this is going to go perfectly with a bunch of our little farmers market things that you will see, the egg crate of course, and then other things. So we have the farmers market, there's little chickens with fresh eggs, we have way to grow, grown with love, howdy, you're extra special, I'm so glad you're one of my peeps, and so on. And that just fits perfectly with the cute little egg crate die set where you can add it onto the lid or onto the top of the little egg crate. Next, we have the new Lovely Layers carrots dies, and I've had so much fun cutting these out in different colors. So I cut the bases out of different colors of green and then layered the topper pieces to make different colored carrots like purple and orange and yellow. And these pair so well with the new Lovely Layers garden veggie dies. There's a little cauliflower or broccoli. There is a pepper, a radish, an artichoke, and a big head of lettuce there at the bottom. And both the carrots and the Lovely Layers garden veggies go so well in our little wooden crate dies. Here I have created an inspiration card in one of our live streams and tucked in all the veggies and carrots into a wooden crate and then added one of the sentiments from the extra special stamp and coordinating die set. Now this is the Farmer's Market Cart add-on die set, and this pairs with our original Market Cart die set. I'm going to create a card with this at the end of the video, so I hope you'll stick around, but it is everything adorable to build the perfect little Farmer's Market Cart, including a cute little bunny rabbit, all types of vegetables, and a wheelbarrow that you can just load full of seeds or the little bags. There's even a little farmer's market sign. The next die set will build your own countryside village scene. And these are the spring cottage village dies, and they build these adorable little cottages. So let's take a look at this large die set. It builds 3 different little homes. You can see there is a little stone fence and gate. I love how the dies for the windows and the doors are all put together so you can pass that through your die machine at the same time, and you're not dealing with little bitty dies that you have to cut separately. I love that those are all together. There are little trees and a gate and little bushes that you can create your little countryside scene. Now we also have the perfect resting place for all of your little cottages, and this is the cottage countryside background dies. As you can see, there's rolling hills, there's a little stream or a pathway, and what I love is this die will cut little slits into the top of the hillside for you to nestle in your little cottages. There are separate clouds, so you can place those anywhere on your scene. If you want to place those higher up onto your scene, you can do that. There's also little grasses in the rolling hills, and it's so textured and so beautiful. Now there's a layering guide that goes with the spring cottage village, and you can see how all that is going to go together so beautifully. And we also have a great sentiment and die set that's going to pair perfectly with those little spring cottages. So we have welcome to the neighborhood, family is the greatest blessing, there's no place like home, thank you for your hospitality, congratulations on your new home, thank you, and so on. And then, of course, there's a coordinating die that's going to cut out all of those beautiful sentiments. And they pair so well and go so well, not only with the spring cottages, but I have pulled this out and used this on other cards as well. Now, here's a beautiful card from design team member Becky, and I love how she made this simple little scene. Home is where the heart is. I love her little cottage with the little tree. Next is our bunny basket die set. Creates the cutest little layered basket. We have a little textured bunny and a bow if you want to add that on. Now, what I love about this die set is you have something for spring and Easter, but also the little bunny goes perfectly with all types of spring cards. You can make him look like a chocolate bunny. You can make him look like a little stuffed animal bunny. And here I have cut him out of craft paper and added him with the basket and the Lovely Layers carrots. This is the Lovely Layers Spring Birds die set, and this may be one of my absolute favorites from this release, but it creates two different birds, a little standing bird, and then also a bird that is kind of flying by. We also have the Lovely Layers nest dies. It's a 3-layer nest with so much texture and dimension. There are feathers and two different types of eggs, whether you want just solid eggs or little speckled eggs. And these birds are perfectly sized to perch on to the nest. The nest also goes so well with our winter birds. Now here's the Lovely Layers Spring Birds layering guide. You can see that one is created like a little robin to the top and then a bluebird toward the bottom. And then look how our cardinal and chickadee and all the birds go perfectly well and are sized perfectly for our nest. And here Leanne has made a gorgeous spring card with the nest and a little robin and the eggs, and she's added family is the greatest blessing. Next is an adorable collection called the Garden Bouquet Collection. We have a cute little carrot bouquet with spring flowers mixed in. There are great sentiments in the set like Happy Easter, Thanks a Bunch, Love You Bunches, and more. There's also a coordinating die set that's going to cut out that large carrot bouquet along with all of those great springtime sentiments. Now, what I love about this collection is there are layering stencils that's going to color in the carrot bouquet. I just love layering stencils that color in the stamped images. And this is going to color in the little carrots, the greenery in that bouquet, as well as all the little flowers. Now let's take a close-up look here. They're all labeled so it's easy to see top from bottom. They're also etched so it's easy to line that up with your stamped image. And I love the little ribbon that's kind of tied everything together. And this is just the cutest little garden bouquet. Here Bobby has created a beautiful and bright garden bouquet. She's used the dies to cut out those little carrots and then added that on with some of our beautiful new pattern paper. Next is the Garden Gate Stamp and Coordinating Die Set. This is another one that I love to build a beautiful scene. There is that garden gate and there's a little extender piece for the fence. So if you wanted to make a horizontal card, you can extend your fence on either side of your gate and make a really large card. There's all different types of flowers that you can cut out and layer together. There's also some carrots and rabbits in this, but what I love about this set is all the pieces are separately, so you can build your scene the way you want to. So if you want to leave off the rabbits and the carrots, you can do that and create a good sympathy card or a happy birthday card, anything like that, a Mother's Day card. It's just a beautiful set, and it's super easy to color. Those little blooms and leaves are small, so there's not a lot of fancy blending that you need to do, and it turns out beautiful every time. Now I'm going to put my fingers over this so you can kind of get a look at what that would look like without the little bunnies and carrots, and look at that beautiful garden scene. This is called Garden Gate. Next is our spring seeds, stamps, and dies. Now this pairs perfectly with our seed packet die that was released last year, but you can stamp the forget-me-nots, the pansies, the blueberries or the carrots. You can add the little type of seed onto the banner and color that. And then there is the coordinating die set that's going to cut around each of those stamped images, and along with the words. There's the little word dies or the little label dies there that you can cut that out and then pop that up onto your little banner. Here, Bobby has created a beautiful carrot seed packet, and I love the way that she paired her carrot seed packet with the lovely Layers carrots dies, and they're just spilling out from the top. It's so adorable. Okay, now let's build a card with our Farmer's Market cart add-on. Now I mentioned before that this goes along with our original market cart die set. This is that original die set. So that's going to be the base of our Farmer's Market cart add-on. So here's the base that comes from that original set. And then we're going to use all of our Farmer's Market goodies here that I have die cut to fill that up to create the perfect little Farmer's Market cart. Now I have used one of our new background dies or cover plate dies that you will see in tomorrow's video. So it's a little sneak peek for you to create a fun little background there, and I just done it in white so it's kind of tone on tone and a subtle background. And then we're going to start arranging all of these little Farmer's Market pieces onto our cart. So the first thing that I want to do is add my cute little cart on to my background. Now I've cut my little cart out of craft cardstock and then done the roof and the little siding there or the edging in a green. I've made a little yellow wheelbarrow. And then there are little bags that you can make into seeds or something like that. And there's little toppers where you can add, it looks like soil or seeds. And there's little signs that you can kind of tuck into the bags or into the vegetables. So I'm going to pull out my handy dandy tweezers that I love to use for all of the little die pieces, and then my Be Creative liquid adhesive. Now there's a little handle, a little metal handle, or you can make that a wooden handle even, that goes on to the side of the little ribbed crate. So I'm going to add that on first, and then we can add that on to our little market cart. And you can see how everything is going together. Now, some of these pieces, like you can see the little bag of soil, or it almost looks like coffee beans or something like that there towards the bottom. I did add just a little touch of ink blending. And then there is a little sign that hangs from the top that says Farmer's Market. And I'm going to add that on first so I know where I can add all my little bundles of vegetables and all that kind of stuff there under the roof of my little market cart. And we're just going to go right along and then add all of our little pieces. I'm going to add a little foam dot to the back of the wheelbarrow and add that in. And I wanted a little dimension on that piece because it's going to make it easier for me to tuck little things in behind that little wheelbarrow to make it look a little dimensional. I'm going to add my little bag of seeds. It almost looks like it's spilling out there. And then the little sign that's included in that die set, and it says seeds. I'm going to add another little foam dot to the other little bag, and we're going to kind of tip that over here to the left side. And our little Farmer's Market cart scene is just all going to come together here. There are little hanging baskets, and you can fill it with vegetables or the little greenery die pieces. But I'm going to fill one of my little hanging baskets with a banana, a pear, and an apple. And I've cut those out of red, green, and yellow. And I'm just going to take a Copic marker and color in a little stem, and then maybe add some little detail pieces or detail lines into those little die cuts. So for the pear, I took kind of a buttery yellow Copic marker and adding onto the dots that are embossed into the pear. I'm adding the same color yellow on the embossed line in the banana. And then I'll kind of decorate or add some highlights onto the apple later on when we get to the end. But I'm just going to dot on some adhesive and add these on to the back side of that little hanging basket so they all look like they're kind of tucked in or nestled inside that little hanging basket. We'll add our pear here, and then we can add the whole basket onto our farmer's market cart. So we'll get that added up there like it's hanging from the roof of our little market cart. And then next I added the little greenery pieces that could kind of look like little herbs or maybe a little plant into the second hanging basket. And I'm going to hang that from the siding or the edging there on the little cart. And then we'll add our little crate that has the handle. We have our cute little bunny rabbit that will nestle down in there. And then I'm going to start putting together all of the little layering veggies. So there is a carrot that I've cut the base out of green, and then we're going to add on an orange topper piece. And then there are little onions or some sort of little veggie that I have cut out of a light green and then kind of a mustard yellow. I've got 3 of those, and then I have the little beets or little radishes almost they look like, and I'm going to add those in. I love, love, love all of the bright colors and mixing up the colors here. It's going to be so bright and fun. So I'm going to get all the little purple pieces added on, and then we're going to nestle that into the long basket. So I've added the little crate that has the handle on it that has some greenery in the back. And then I am going to pop this piece up with just a little bit of narrow foam tape. And then again, just like the wheelbarrow, that's going to allow me to tuck all those little vegetables and things down inside of that little narrow crate. I'm going to nestle it right down here on the left side of the market cart. And then we get the fun part of kind of arranging all these sweet little vegetables on the inside of the little crate. So we can poke in the little onion looking thing. The little beet, I just love that purpley color. You can nestle all those inside. We'll add a little carrot. And then I've got several other vegetables left over. So I'm going to add one more of the little onion little things. If you know exactly what that little vegetable is, you need to tell me in the comments. I love to garden, but I don't know what they're all called. And then we're going to add the little beets. Look at that little pop of purple down there in the yellow wheelbarrow. The last thing we need to do is add our cute little bunny rabbit. We'll add him down here to the bottom. He's going to be nestled in down here towards the wheel of the crate, almost like he's kind of getting into a little bit of mischief down there. So cute. And then we can stamp on the inside. And I stamped from the Extra Special Stamp and Die Set, Grown with Love, that beautiful scripty sentiment. I'm going to stamp that on the inside of my card. So I've opened up my card and placed my Grown with Love sentiment inside my Misty, and I'm going to stamp this in a green that's going to coordinate with all of the greenery and all the beautiful pieces on the outside of my cart. So this is Rustic Wilderness. It's a beautiful green that's going to coordinate with the roof and the little edging pieces on my cart, and I just love the font on that stamp. And so we have Grown with Love on the inside. We close that up and we have our beautiful little farmer's market cart, and everything is ready to go here for spring and summertime. You can see here in this photo where I added the little highlight pieces with a white gel pen just to make the little pieces pop here and there. And that has been day 1 of our Simply Spring release. All these products will be available at honeybeestamps.com on March the 15th. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.